Hey folks, welcome back to another Paul Massive video. So, tonight, Obstagoon and Piers' banner is dropping. As usual, I will be summoning live on it, so tune into that. Should be fun, maybe. I don't know, depends. I mean, if summons are good, it'll be fun. If summons are bad, it will not be fun. Well, you know what? Some of you guys enjoy watching me, like, get shafted on banners, which is pretty sadistic of you guys, but whatever. Anyways, tune in as soon as the banner drops. We should be live. However, this video is not a summon video, as you can see. We're gonna talk about this unit, all right? And as usual, like at this time of the year, like there really isn't any banners that like we really need to summon on, right? Because the 1.5 year anniversary is coming soon. We got that master, scout thing, whatever that is, which could potentially be game changing. So in terms of banner wise, like spotlight scouts, just forget about it, right? Like folks, I like Piers. It's a interesting unit, but like, come on, like just a few more days. At least wait until we get some info. If like the 1.5 year anniversary turns out to be really bad, which I highly doubt, I highly doubt the Masters, Sing Pair is going to be bad. But in the chance that it is, then okay, maybe go ahead and summon afterwards, because the banners will still be around by then once we know the info. But what I'm saying is, in terms of summon or not, it's time to hold your diamond hands, folks. As the Wall Street bet people would say. Hold on to your gems. As for the unit, we can still talk about, because it's a really interesting unit, and it will, since it is in the regular pool, it will appear in future, banners, right? So for those who don't know what it does, let's talk about it then. So Obstagoon, Piers and Obstagoon, it is a dark type support. I think our first dark type support in the whole game, right? Yeah. So is there any Eggmon dark type? I don't think there's dark type Eggmons yet, right? So yeah, it is like the first dark type support in the whole game. And it's basically built as like a physical wall kind of thing, right? If you look at stats, fantastic HP, fantastic physical defense, right? Solid special defense, not that great speed, and okay-ish attack stat. However, your strongest like attacking move is a Night Slash, which is not very strong, unfortunately. Yeah, but like most of your whole kit, you do have Dire Hit All Plus, which is always valuable, right? And anyone that has Dire Hit All Plus is incredibly valuable, especially now that we have Xerneas as a free-to-play support, right? Unfortunately, Xerneas does not buff crit, but if you throw it in with a crit buffer, like that's you're set, right? You're set for supports, at least against one stage, because Champion Stadium you need 5 different teams. However, but Dire Hit All Plus units are always again valuable. But most of Obstagoon's kit revolves around Obstruct. I know, it's a paragraph. We'll go through it, and then we'll just make it short, right? So, the user takes up a defensive posture. Using this move again will make the user leave this defensive posture. No other action can be taken within this defensive posture. Nullifies an attack move that targets his attack the user while it is in this defensive posture. Then the user leaves a defensive posture. If the move was a physical attack move, sharply lowers the defense of the opponent that used it. Okay, that's a lot of words just to say that if you use it, the opponent hits you, you take no damage. And when you're in that, when you press that move, you can't do anything else until you get hit. Or if you press that move again and then you leave it, and then you basically waste a move. And if the opponent hits you with a physical attack, it sharply lowers their defense. That's all. That's all it's saying. It's basically just King's Shield, except you sharply lower the opponent's defense instead of, I think, attack, right? So that's Obstruct. And again, this unit's whole kit revolves around this one move, right? As for the trainer move, Shout My Name, it charges the move gauges for your whole team by 2, which is basically maxes out your gauges. Unless, like, your other teammates like died, then okay, then it's 2 or 4. And then you makes the user able to endure the next hit, so you also get endurance, right? Which is nice, I guess. So there's that. All right, moving on to the passives. All these passives again revolve around Obstruct working, Obstruct, it's you got 2 MP on that, right? Also costs 2 gauges, which is slightly annoying. So Hunker Down 9 raises your defense when you nullify a move in a defensive posture. This is a guaranteed raise, right? Hold Fast 9 raises special defense when you're in a defensive posture. So every time you take a hit in defensive posture, it increases your defensive special defense by 1, which is nice, but also not like anything crazy because it's only like +1. And again, you got to use 2 gauges for this, and it's only 2 MP. Obviously, in the grid, you got a lot of MP refreshes, right? Because again, this is like its main thing, so you need a lot of use onto it. It's kind of like reminds me a bit of Grimsley Liepard, right? Everything revolves around Snatch, right? For Grimsley, and just on the grid, there's just a bunch of Snatch stuff, a lot of MP refreshes, right? And move gauge refreshes. And then the last one is Team Repose, whatever this word is. You know what? Let me Google that word, all right? What does it mean? What does this word mean? A quick, clever reply to an insult or criticism. A quick return thrust following a parry. Okay. Counter sort of thing. Raises attack of all allied sync pairs when the user nullifies an opponent's move while in a defensive posture. So you could, it's physical buffer, right? Obviously, it's kind of like the Phoebe in a sense that you can max out your team's physical attack, well, we don't know if you can or not. It depends on how many MP refreshes you get. But you could max out your whole team's crit, and then you could add some physical attack. And you could either max it out, right? Or you could get +2, right? Which in most case scenarios, a lot of like physical strikers, they usually do have stuff like X attack. So they could usually get themselves to at least +4 attack. So if this is only like +1 every use, you get it out like 2 times. There you go. You get that's +6, right? With again the X attack that they use themselves. So it's actually not bad if you want to use it for like a physical. It's like I would say Obstagoon is much more reliable at buffing physical attack for your teammates than say Rabombi, right? Although Rabombi, you don't have to scrub around with your sync move countdown with Obstruct. But there's that, right? Anyways, let's get into the Synchro. The Synchro is very... I'm not a huge fan of it, Synchro, honestly. Obviously, the great things are you got Obstruct MP Refresh, Obstruct MP Refresh here again. Got 2 of these. Although they're like only MPR 2s, but I mean, you got 2 of them at least. I really wish they had more MP Refresh than that, because again, that's like the main thing. Like, if you're out of, like, once you use your Dire Hit Alls and then you're out of Obstructs, like, what the heck are you even doing? Like, you're just Night Slashing with, like, not the best attack, and the Night Slash base power is, like, bad. It's like, it's not like, okay, right? It's either, like, for supports, your, like, move after you're done, like, doing your support stuff, right? There's 2 things that supports can do. Either you could do some solid, chip damage in, stuff like, I guess Sabrina is one of those, right? Potentially Rotom could do that, right? Thunder, if they hit, they do some good damage there. Starmie, all that stuff. And then there's units that are, you don't do too much damage on your, like, on your throwaway move, but it's a 1 gauge move with a move gauge refresh, so you could get your whole team, keep your move gauge consistent for your whole team. And I just really don't like stuff like this, which is caught in between, which you're not doing like any crazy damage, but you're also not, it's a 2 gauge move, which kind of sucks. So, oh well. Because you don't have, like, you basically have, like, almost no multipliers. Like, okay, you have Power Reserve and Gritty 5, 2 of, like, the worst multipliers in the whole game, right? So you're not going to be doing that much. And, again, Night Slash just has really low base power. Like, I think DNA overvalues this crit slant more easily thing. They lower the base power of, like, increased, like, crit moves, like, quite a bit, and that kind of sucks. Anyways, all right, back to the grid. Okay, yeah, crit strike 1. Oh wow, amazing. Never mind. Okay, this is a good multiplier, but you're not gonna pick it up because it's not great for Obstagoon. All right, moving on. Block and heal and block and lunge. I hate these 2. I really don't. I don't like these at all. Has a 20% chance of restoring your HP when nullifies opponent move in defensive posture, And then this one is small chance of reducing your sync move countdown. But this one's straight up like almost like useless unless you're using it in conjunction with something like Lysander's, like the like really weird -2 sync move countdown stuff, and then you get one more, and then you're getting somewhere. But like, first of all, it doesn't even activate. It has a like really small chance of activating, and you have to use it when you're in defensive posture, which it kind of sucks. Like you're already like stealing your. I mean, it's great when it activates, but it's not like it's like a huge deal if it does activate. Like it's 10 energy, and then over here it's like 20% chance of healing. Which again, healing is good, but it's like it's 20%, and you have to be in defensive posture. It's not like, like for example, like Sings of Blues team. I think was it Triage Tank or the other one. You don't have to be like every time you get hit, you you have a 20% chance of healing or whatever, right? It was 20 or 30%. Even though it doesn't heal that much, maybe this heals a bit more, but regardless, this probably heals more. But like. You have to be in that, and then you only like again like these are good, but I wish we had like if they were like epic refresh 3s. Anyways, time for some other stuff. Unyielding 3, it's give you more endurances, which is cool, I guess. This reduces physical damage when you're in a pinch. This charge stream move gauge when you're status. Like, I know it's going for like that guts thing, but like these just aren't good in this game. Like you just don't want to be statused. You don't want to be statused straight up. Like, okay, unless like it's paralyzed and then like you quickly try. Okay, then it makes up for that, right? But you generally don't want to get status at all, right? Unbending, defense can't be lowered, and stalwart special defense. These are solid, right? These are always great stuff to pick up for tanks. And then be verse 3 for this, which is fine, I guess. You actually kind of want to pick this up just so you could like waste turns with these, right? Anyways, and your move gauges, right, which is always nice since like your speed is really bad. But I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of this unit, man. Like, obviously I see the the upsides is you completely nullify hit, which is fantastic, but it's I just don't feel like it's like really that big of a deal. Like, first of all, like if you're trying to like nullify hit, you have to predict precisely when you're getting hit. But like, for example, if you're like facing a Lance in master mode, right? Lance could either Giga Impact you or double edge you and just like take out half your HP in one hit, or 60% of your HP in one hit, or it could just Dragon Claw you and do like nothing, right? Do like 30 damage to your tank. And you don't really know when it's going to use what, right? Unless you like observe very, very, very carefully in terms of, how many moves they've been using, what's their move pattern, all that stuff. Which, by the way, there's no like set pattern for master mode. There are patterns for like certain stage, like I think Full Force Battle has strict patterns, and I think Legendary Arena has strict patterns. That's assuming you don't, sleep or flinch them or immobilize them, right? But yeah, like it's a high risk, high reward thing, right? But yeah, like with that, and I don't know, I just feel like there's better tanks. There are better tanks. It's solid. It's not bad. It's definitely not bad, but it seems, it could be fun. But I don't know. I'm not a fan of this playstyle personally. But anyways, obviously, if you're a huge Piers Obstagoon fan, you could go for it, but again, I would very much implore people just to wait. Just wait a bit, right? Just a few more, a week or two. There's something released on like the 23rd, right? Like, so just one more week before, you decide where you want to spend your gems, right? But anyways, I'll be summoning, however, unfortunately. Because I have to run a YouTube channel, and I do want to check it out, so I do have the means. So anyways, tune into the summon stream, so I can summon so you guys don't have to. Anyways, again, that's what I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me guys think in the comments down below. Like and enjoy this video, so we're channel for some more Pokemon Masters content. I'll see you guys in the next one.